So how can somebody plan to make better choices for their meals, not just their snacks? Because snacks, I get it. Like you end up consuming so many calories with a little snack here, a little snack there. So it's good to have a high quality snack, but at some point we got to have a real meal.
Like I said, the snacks can help with the meal portions and can help with bridging the gap between meals. But the meals piece, so like what are the struggle meals? So the struggle meals I like to categorize as like your healthier frozen meals and healthier fast food. So all the time I get from some really health conscious firefighter or first responder, why are you recommending fast food, frozen food? Well, guess what? We're looking at a better bad decision here, people. Because what are you going to get when you roll up to the Chick-fil-A when it's like 3 hours past lunchtime? Not a salad, not a salad, you know? So having a list of things that are going to be those better choices that you can try to choose literally in your phone 80% of the time, you're going to do a lot better than before where you're just kind of winging it. And I've gotten a lot of firefighters to lose like 20 pounds on just better fast food choices. So you actually meet the person where they're at and where they feel like they have control and then kind of keep pushing them forward. So in terms of better frozen or better fast food, we are looking for a protein and a plant at each meal. So this is the easiest way for me to simplify the two biggest gaps in first responder food choices, which I would say, okay, yeah, protein's not really a gap for first responders. You guys aren't scared of protein, but it's going to be important for muscle gain and maintenance. So, chicken, fish, seafood, kind of ideally dairy, eggs. Those are going to be our main choices, ideally. Sometimes some, red meat in there for razzle dazzle. And then the plant is going to be things that are higher in fiber, which will keep you full. So fruit or a vegetable, again, it can be fresh, canned, or frozen. So that's kind of what we're looking to structure out. So if we go to Chick-fil-A, so maybe you get the grilled chicken sandwich sometimes, the grilled nugget sometimes. Maybe you do still get the French fry, but get a fruit cup to eat later. So like it's okay to make two decisions at once. I want something like a little treat, but I also want to balance it out so that I'm full and I'm not hungry again in an hour or two.
So does that help avoid the big binge? Because at some point, if you don't plan for that and you don't know what to expect, because you're like, well, I just won't eat fast food. Like we're going to have to eat food. And if you don't
Yes.
have an idea of what you're going to order before you get there, you're going to order the left side of the menu, like all of it.
Yes.
And in some cases, even binge. So is this a way to
Totally.
avoid both of those things?
So binge eating and disordered eating is a spectrum. There are many firefighters that I've worked with who actually fall pretty far on that spectrum, like in the disordered eating, potentially even really need to get some help with it, but they're a lot of times in denial about that kind of stuff.
I can't
So
believe how many unhealthy relationships with food I've
with
seen
food,
in first responders. It's
sure.
unbelievable.
And it's crazy. Like, you ever notice after a bad run, where does everybody go?
Oh my God. And then
Everybody
Mhm.
goes to the kitchen and starts eating. Yeah.
we had one guy, he would not eat all day. He'd have like one of these shakes, whatever was cool 10, 15 years ago. And then
Yeah.
whatever, right? But we'd catch him in the kitchen.
In the kitchen.
We would leave out plates of cookies to test his will. And it'd be like a deer in the headlights.
Oh,
Like,
we
staring.
somebody set up a trail cam in the refrigerator
Um,
for one of those guys, and they caught him. Same deals. They caught him on the trail cam at like 2 a.m. Yeah.
So is that what you're talking
they're
about?
unhinged.